Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's Peter Z up on the mic. Whoa, hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry. Subscribe and like if you can, please, or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.
Well, the clocks have moved forward by now, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Europe just had their daylight savings
The
time.
last weekend.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. What
I
is?
typed them to be sure, so they wouldn't be late.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, good. I really like this song. I know, right?
I agree.
And I can,
Great song,
for the amount of times we hear it.
We're missing a name in it though. We're gonna
Yeah.
have to,
I know. I was talking to Ryan about that. I'm
If I
like,
do
yeah.
audio editing, I could just throw my name in it.
yeah. I mean, either that or I could
At the end, you heard, and Meg. And then, Meg,
Peter sent us a soundbite of and
Meg, you know I love you. You know I do, right? You know I love you so much. But can we just do that where you go, and Meg, and then all three of us just go, shut up, Meg.
Scratching.
No, we'll get Peter Griffin's voiceover. We'll get a Peter Griffin voiceover to be like, "Hey, Meg."
Send me the track. I'm remixing it.
I got
I
you.
need to remix it.
Oh, there's
There's
echoes.
echoes.
Was that?
Move the mic
Oh,
away from
I had the mic. Yeah, maybe the mic was too close.
They said Meg's a little quiet. What about quiet? Never, but no. You know, I was using this mic to stream the other
No, I
night.
didn't turn
Okay.
it on.
Let's see.
How are we doing now, guys? There we go.
Oh, yeah, you do sound better actually, Meg.
No, because I get really loud when I stream. So I was like, I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Well, it's been a couple weeks. We had to get back into the, groove here.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
know. I miss your.
I'm a little rusty.
Well, that's it. And we had to make sure. Linda said there's still an echo.
for everyone, or
Yeah, where is it primarily coming from?
difficulties.
Ryan's gonna do his little.
Week.
Could it be
I
Linda's?
mean-
Could it be Linda's side?
It really is a remix if it's echoey.
No, Meg's a little quiet, but other than that, I don't hear an echo
Yeah,
anymore.
it might be Linda. Try refreshing. Maybe it's on your side.
Yep, nope, we're all good.
Yeah.
I promise. I just listened to it. We're fine. Try refreshing the stream and see if that works.
Yeah. So yeah, what is up? It has been a couple weeks. We are back. We're gonna have a little I don't know, little fire.
Potpourri.
Yeah, a little fire on the fire here, and have a little chat about the
Fireside chat.
Fireside chat, yeah, with the Dead City and Fear the Walking Dead in their final season. So yeah, I don't. You know what, Renee? I'm passing this baton. I'm passing this baton.
So excited to talk about this.
I'm just handing the baton over to you.
So Chris is excited because it's the final season of Fear the Walking Dead. That's
Yeah.
why he's smiling right now. That's why he's smiling, because of that. So at least there's that. So if you don't know, it's going to premiere May 14th at 9 p.m.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yep. So that's my daughter's birthday. So it's a whole big day. Their AMC has confirmed there will be a 7-year time jump, and this was confirmed. There was a lot of discussion about where this was confirmed, and because they were debating the age of the new character or the new actress that will play Little Mo.
Mo. That's like a rapper name. Little Mo.
And, yeah, Little Mo. And Zoe Merchant is 12 years old in real life, but they did specify that Mo would be 8 in the time jump. So that was where the 7-year time jump came from. So that will put it about within a year of the Walking Dead timeline, the end of the Walking Dead. So I'm not quite up to speed, but almost. And then the new trailer, if you haven't seen it, it's it's about a minute and a half ish. But it's a lot of the people that get the screeners and they've gotten to watch the first 3 episodes. They have said that the trailer is pretty much the first 3 episodes, so it's very interesting to see what else is coming. Are we going to get 6 episodes of Padre and then something else, or does this drag out? So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, or do we see something else going into it?
Yes, knowing fear, it's gonna drag out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, but
I hate to say it because the first 4.5 seasons the first 3.5 seasons of Fear, I loved.
Yeah. Like I would go back and rewatch season 1, 2, and 3, no problem.
mm-hmm.
Like I really would.
Yeah.
And then skip. And then skip to 8 and see how it is. Just kind of make everything else a blur and go right to 8.
That'd be one hell of a time jump.
Yeah. Well worth it though. I'd be like, oh well, they had a child and everything's great,
Where Alicia's arm is gone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is Jackson so old? Why does he hate everyone? Why does he hate Where is he?
So I'm gonna pull up the trailer just so we can do like little reference points here. So I mean you have
I want to get rid of one rumor right fast because everybody keeps saying that Troy Otto is going to come back. Does anyone remember how he died?
Oh, it was the best death in the whole show.
Okay, how did he die, Meg?
He got shot. Wait, he got shot in the eye, right?
Like in the head. You're right. Yeah. So they keep saying. So I think they said that they saw him on set. So I'm thinking. I wonder if there's there could be a flashback, hallucination, something going on. But he's dead. So that was just driving me crazy. All these people online on social media were talking about it. It's like. He literally had a hole in his head. He is gone.
For years, everybody's been saying, bring him back, bring him back.
Yeah.
He was a fantastic character.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He did a great job, but he was, it's just, there's just, the small thing of the hole in his head. So.
That is a tiny issue, I mean,
It's a minor detail.
If it was
issue, actually.
if it was a daytime soap, they could bring him back as a twin brother. What I mean?
Maybe that's it. Maybe there's a twin brother.
An evil twin brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah, live with the rest of the family. I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, we do have holes in our heads to begin with. So let's pray more.
Yeah.
Exactly. When it goes into the brain, maybe that kind of thing.
So I'm gonna go on
I
a.
just think that there was this huge thread about, and there's always been these rumors that surface when a new season of Fear comes out. There'll be all of a sudden somebody puts it out there that Troy's going to return. It's happened several times. It's just like somebody really wants him to come back.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've really actually heard them say, like, I saw him on set.
Right. Yeah. Which
the
could
closest
be.
we've gotten to it.
Yeah. Which it's. So we'll see.
It reminds me of the Marvel Mephisto theories,
Yeah.
It's okay.
Renee, do you know what Mephisto is?
He'll show up eventually.
No, I have no idea.
Whoever's gonna play him is the other question, but. I would love to see like Keanu Reeves play Mephisto.
That'd be
I think
great.
that'd be absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And
That's how you would get Renee to the theater.
not for nothing, but I am on board for Norman Reedus to play Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
A lot of people are. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love for that to happen.
Who do you think Pedro Pascal would play really well in the MCU?
Ooh,
Everyone?
wow.
Everyone?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know about everyone.
Who is his perfect type casting?
Pedro Pascal in the MCU.
You should have asked me this before the show.
Now look.
Good answer.
This could be a something of a recast, all right, or maybe something. But in my opinion, Goldblum has done an amazing job of the Grandmaster.
Yep.
But I think Pedro Pascal would play an amazing Grandmaster. Really do.
Yeah.
He's got the hair, the comic book Grandmaster look.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I got someone totally different on the total opposite spectrum.
Okay.
Okay, now think of Pedro in the what's the one with Nicolas Cage? The Unmeasurable.
Yes, I just watched
Okay,
it.
so picture him in that sort of character,
Mm-hmm.
but in Ant-Man as Luis.
Oh shit.
Just think of that for a moment.
Yeah. Huh.
I still don't know what that
I
means.
think
I
he
know
need.
they're all
See,
recasted.
I mean, he would. Yeah, exactly. But
This is like
he would need a bigger part though. Like you need
oh no,
more.
I'm just saying the comedic timing.
Oh, okay,
He
okay,
can do
okay.
everything. Not. I mean, if we were talking future characters, I have no clue.
Yeah. Where were you going with it? Where were you going with it?
I'll tell you later.
I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. I was thinking. So I was scrolling through TikTok as one does,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw a video. What's the guy that played Joel in the game?
In the game,
Troy
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker.
Yeah.
So Troy was
Are you
giving
talking about that show
Troy was giving a speech. Did you see the clip of and then Bella Ramsey?
at the BAFTA Awards.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I saw it.
So fucking funny. And I don't. And she's like, "You're not Joel." He goes, "Yeah, I am." And she goes, "No, Joel's like more buff and good looking and has better hair." And he's like, "What?"
That's hilarious.
And so it just made me think of Pedro Pascal. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I honestly I don't. He could probably be a good Mephisto as well. Honestly.
See, I thought
There's so many characters that Keanu Reeves
He
could
could
play.
be Scarlet Witch, and I'd be fine with it.
No, I'm just saying, like,
and Scarlet Witch
he
is my
could really.
favorite.
Yeah, well, Keanu could play multiple different characters. He was just the first one that popped in my head for Mephisto, but now thinking about it, Pedro would be, I think, a phenomenal Mephisto.
I think that Pedro would make a great variant of Doctor Strange.
That too.
I don't know why,
Yeah,
but I feel like he would be a great counterpart,
Like a different
to,
Earth,
to,
one of the
to Cumberbatch.
yeah, one of the different.
Yeah.
Earths, yeah, because once again, he's got that. Look, he's got the beard.
Yeah,
You know, where you could change it up. He's got that hair that you could, brush back and
Yeah.
slick through the gray. You know,
or the Watcher.
Wow.
Wow, Watcher. Yeah, Watcher's bald though, isn't he?
Yeah, he can shave his head.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
No.
He'd still be attractive.
That way too.
Hmm.
Yeah, he'd be fine that way too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he could do it.
Let Renee and I be in charge of casting. We got this.
Apparently, I struck a nerve with pie.
Yeah. She said Benedict Cumberbund really gets on my nerve. I know nobody has. No, you know what? I think
That is Benedict Cucumber.
he's hit or miss with a lot of people. I found out. Like,
I think he's a great Stephen Strange, personally.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have felt that you either really like him or you don't like him at all, and that's just been like the opinion of people. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't stand him. Like, I'm pretty sure Gabby's one of the people who doesn't like him as an actor. But
I'm just waiting for her to yell from the back of the room, like
fuck him. Yeah.
She can commentate for us.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a heckler.
All right, so
Yeah, I don't know how we got on the
yeah.
model again.
Well,
You guys do this every time.
we're gonna
what
dive
was
back
it,
into
for
fear.
an hour?
So yeah, exactly. We're not gonna be an hour a night.
It's fine.
So yeah, basically we're covering like a minute and a half of two trailers. So it's like what are we gonna talk about?
Exactly.
The Dead City trailer wasn't even worth watching.
Well, it's just a teaser. So
Yeah.
we'll give them.
It's just like, this is what it was like, and then it's like, what to expect. It was like, I want to see clips.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
we have obviously the way that the Fear trailer kicks off is with Morgan. He's captured. He's got a burlap sack over his head, and then
She laughed.
Meg.
there's people with rifles behind them, and they got bags over their heads too, or whatever. And then we show, I guess, what I'm gonna say is a scene of Padre in the background.
As you can see all the kids back there in their jumpsuits.
Yeah, I mean,
And they have different colors, so I wonder what those signify.
well, you have orange.
Rankings, maybe.
It kind of throws it back to like Norman when he's captured, and he's got the white one on with the letter on his chest, and these people are basically wearing like penitentiary orange jumpers.
Yeah, and one of you see the back of one, it looks like there's something on the back of it, but it was too distorted to really make out what it was.
Right. So I mean, it's, who knows? I mean, I'm hoping they go out like significantly on a high note. I don't know.
Well, they're supposed to, so like June, I know, like
June looks like she's on a quest by herself.
She's gonna go. Yeah, I don't know about her quest for herself, but I know that. But Jen Elfman has shared that she is going to be darker this season.
Good.
So whatever
Okay
that
with that.
means. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I just want to see more June. That's what I want to see. I love June, and she just is always. Well, a lot of them though. I mean, even in the the trailer, we aren't seeing Strand, Sarah, Wendell, like, where is everybody?
There's so many
You know?
characters that we don't
problem
see.
is, with Fear, they had the same issue as with Walking Dead. The cast grew too big.
Yeah.
Look at what happened when Fear was in the beginning. Even Walking Dead in the beginning. The
Yeah.
smaller cast,
Yep.
more scenes for everyone, more drama.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so happy for Dead City,
Yep.
because the cast is so small.
Right now.
Everybody's going to get a shining light.
Right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now, yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
so
see them going on for 11 seasons with
Right,
Well, yeah.
exactly.
I don't want to say afraid, but it almost felt like towards the end of Walking Dead they were afraid to kill
Yeah.
people's favorite characters.
Said it all the time.
When in the past they weren't,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, they killed Glenn and Abraham in the same episode.
Yeah, and that was the last time they were ballsy. After that, it
Mhm.
was like
Yeah.
Until season 11. They got ballsy
Correct.
towards the end of 11.
Well, I
I
mean,
forget who,
because you
Not
have to,
in the same way they used to be.
you
Though.
have to
No,
start
no,
killing
they
people
really
somewhere.
backtracked.
I mean, like the lack of major death that did not, that never took place.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Look at Game of Thrones. Say what you want about the last season. They were never afraid to kill their favorite characters.
yeah. Well, and that they played, to me, in my opinion, they were playing to fandom. Oh,
It was fan service. Mhm.
when you have all these people saying we riot if this person dies, we riot if
I
that
was-
person
it's
dies.
gotten so much
It's like
better.
you lost people because you were too gory. Now you're trying to get people to come back because you're afraid to kill anybody. It just
This is the downside of social media in general, though.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Like, I don't mean to get all philosophical or with you, but think about it. 20 years ago,
Yep.
when internet wasn't really a huge thing, they could do whatever they want. Who cares? They would just get a letter in the mail saying, "I don't like that you killed my character." That's it.
Yeah.
Now it's like you release, a trailer, and or any podcast. Here we are analyzing it, and we can say, "Oh, this happens," and yeah, I'm going on a rant, so I'm just gonna shut up.
Like, you're fine.
No, you're good.
Oh, no, 'cause I'm getting-
what the hell do these
heated
people
because I
have on their
anger
faces?
issues with this.
That looks like a fencing.
I was gonna say, are they wearing fencing masks?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to slow that down, and I don't know. There's something creepy going on there. Yeah.
I mean, should I show it? I don't know. Am I gonna get in trouble? But yeah, it's like a fencing mask. Like, what are we?
That looks
What
like
are
a fucked up Slender Man.
It kind of looks like not for nothing, but it kind of looks like he has a jock strap across the top of his head with some
But
some
maybe it's
pantyhose
something,
glued in.
Dave said, "Yup, fencing
they're
mask."
training the
That's what I
kids
thought.
and
Yeah.
stuff, so maybe it is some kind of protection for when they're training. Because you can see in some of the scenes where they're sword fighting and different things. Or
Yeah. Like
Right,
a
so
lot
maybe
of weird. Yeah.
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 They're
Like,
grooming these. They're training these kids for something. We don't know yet, but
Yeah, it's a weird stripped down version of Squid Game. Like Dave said, like,
it's and then you have a lot of scenes here we show a lot of swamp like area.
yeah.
so where is this taking place?
I guess we were talking
Louisiana, yeah.
Louisiana,
Boston,
right?
Louisiana,
Yeah,
yeah.
Louisiana, swampy gators, like you got like this beaten down, looks like run down riverboat that Madison's
Yeah.
banging on the side of with a hammer, I
Yeah.
think, or an oar. I'm not sure what this is.
There's train tracks, and if you look close at one other thing, there's train tracks somewhere. So what I mean, it's just a lot of very, of course that's what they're doing, make us guess, keep us guessing.
Yeah.
But you see train tracks, and you see, which train tracks are everywhere, so that's not, hard to say what that is. But it's just little things when you slow it down and kind of watch it, you can see some of these tidbits of things, and
Yeah.
whether they lead to something more or if it's just a clip, I don't know.
I mean, apparently at Padre they have military style little dinghy speedboats.
Mhm.
Watching them, they're racing down a river.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Morgan's house from season 1 of The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
was in Georgia.
Mhm.
If they're in Louisiana,
Well, obviously,
that's a hike.
at some point Morgan's gonna probably I'm gonna
Because he planned on
assume,
going back to Alexandria,
yeah,
so
I'm gonna assume he splits off from the group with him and
Grace and Little
Grace
Mo-
and Baby
When he
Mo.
left Alexandria to come to Texas. So I mean,
I have to wonder though, is this
wait, what did
Coleman?
you call?
What?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Baby
Oh,
Mo.
no, you said something, and then you started laughing. So I'm like, what?
he's just being ornery.
Oh gosh.
He's being Chris.
Is it my Abdullah Abungada? Mama says alligators is hungry because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
You want KFC all the time.
So,
What was I saying?
yeah, so
Some,
we don't know
some
why
topic.
they're in Georgia, but yeah, they are.
Morgan going to Georgia.
Morgan
Ah.
making that trip.
Yeah. So is this all culminating in something that they just haven't said that it is? Because
He's taking the river on the boat up to Georgia.
yeah, I get that.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
I don't even know if there is one, but anyways,
There's a river from Louisiana too.
the reason I say that is because even the ending of Walking Dead did not feel very final.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about the future.
Mhm.
And that could be one of two things. That could leave the door open to other spin-offs. It could leave the door open to movies. It could leave the door open to other intellectual properties, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have Fear the Walking Dead, which is ending, which looks like it's going to culminate in him returning home.
Yeah.
So then does he show up Alexandria and it's been, X amount of years since the ending of Walking Dead, let's say? I don't know how long the time... I don't know if there is going to be a time jump, because to me, the Walking Dead timeline is confusing as fuck. I've watched the show from start to finish twice. I could not tell you from start to finish how long the time jumps were.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's confusing.
The 7-year Fear the Walking Dead time jump will bring it about a year to within a year of the final episode of The Walking Dead.
A year before or a year after?
Before.
Oh, okay.
So Fear is ending a year
I get
before behind the Walking Dead.
Or at least the
So
7-year
it's
time
starting
jump.
a year behind Fear, a year behind Walking Dead. So we don't know how long.
Yeah, that what's going to
it's
happen.
going to last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
by the time it ends, it may line perfectly up with it. That way, in case there are any spin-offs, it'll.
Well, and there's so that's everybody keeps going on about spinoffs with Fear, but at the WonderCon panel, one of the showrunners or somebody said something about that all the Fear characters will have concluded their storylines by the series end. So I was like, does that mean are they closing that door, or what they're doing with that? I don't know. And then the other thing that I wondered is, so if it's true, like I said, I don't get screeners for Fear, so I don't know, but the people that have gotten them have said on social media that this trailer shows the first 3 episodes is what they've got screeners for. So if he is in Georgia within the first 3 episodes, so Morgan's done
Yeah.
for the rest
I
of the
be okay with that.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people would, but that doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing either.
No.
Especially when the synopsis is telling us that little Mo is the key to rebuilding, or like whatever they're trying to do with Padre.
Yeah.
She's the key to it.
Is this
So,
little Mo?
Unless-
Is this little
Yeah,
Mo?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's _𝐁𝐞𝐚𝐮 is her name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unless unless it was either he was delusional,
That's-
or it
yeah.
happened during the time jump.
But yeah, so it's hard, and I don't know. Like they haven't said is it going to be like open scene and it's 7 years, or are we going to see? Because there's a scene that looks like that. It looks like it's just Morgan and Madison washing up on shore. They were in the boats with the Padre people.
Mhm.
So I wonder if it doesn't immediately start with this 7-year time jump. If we see them come ashore at Padre.
Mhm.
And then maybe we see a little bit, and then the time. I don't know. They haven't really specified exactly. I mean, it's soon because they say we meet up with our characters, and they are, because then they're all living at Padre after this. When the 7-year time jump, everyone's living there for some reason.
Yeah.
So maybe we do see a little bit of something.
Yeah, and it's
to the 7 years.
it's not beyond them too to do a that scene with Morgan could be like any time in that 7-year time period.
Mm-hmm.
That he decided, once they settled there, and he said, I want to, I have to go off and settle some, I don't know, unfinished business or whatever, whatever he's got to do for himself. So that could, that whole, everything that they're showing us, I mean, that could just be like a prequel to the 7-year time jump.
And if memory serves, I don't know that I'm not sure that Mo is in the scene. Her voice is
Her voice is, yeah.
So it could be, we don't know. Maybe it was before. You know what I'm saying? I just thought about that. I don't think she's seen. I mean, you hear her voice say "Dad" something, but we only see Grace with him there at the house. So it's all. It's hard to say.
So I don't think it's going to dive right into the time jump. I don't think it's going to be like, previously on. Because if you think about it, at the end of season 7, Charlie's basically dead without dying.
Mm.
If they want to do a service to Charlie and Alexa at all, they're going to show her death because she wasn't seen at all.
So I got a question, right? In this, the scene I'm about to show you guys, do we think he's holding the rifle that Rick left him, or do you think that's a different rifle? Because you can't.
Not really. I mean, like it is
blurry.
Oh,
yeah, it's very shiny. Yeah, maybe.
So I mean, because the neighborhood is on fire in the background.
Mm-hmm.
There's walkers, and he's holding a rifle with a scope on it, similar to the one that's in the scene after this.
Mm-hmm. Which, we always know the trailers aren't in order anyway.
So it's like, this very well could just be a leading up to the 7-year time jump thing where he went off on his own and, did this.
And do we think that he would go to Georgia and not try to track Rick down?
Well, he knows Rick is in
Virginia. He was in Alexandria. He knows he's not Georgia.
True. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he does. You're right.
Yeah. So, I really don't know. I mean, it just seems odd.
A lot of fencing gear. There's a lot of fencing gear.
Yeah.
Like
they're doing lots of training.
Yeah, like there's a lot of where'd you get all the fencing equipment? Like, is Padre located near the U.S. Olympic fencing team? I'm just trying to
U.S. Olympic fencing training institute.
Did they have a French guy at Padre who was just like, "Oh, I will show you how to fence."
Could lead into Daryl show.
Yeah,
true. That's the connection, Linda. That's the connection.
That's the connection. Fencing. Wee.
Chris solved it.
The one thing I want to say though, I really like that they showed more glimpses of Morgan's house and Morgan's apartment from Clear, because it was like a love letter to the original fans from Walking Dead. Plus, for those who only know him from Fear, it's kind of a way to kind of blend the worlds together in a way.
Yeah.
I don't like Morgan at all, but the fact that I did appreciate that.
You don't like Morgan? We didn't know. We had no idea.
I had no idea. You felt that way.
New information, Meg.
Oh man.
Just wait till the camera's going to show up with a shirt.
I hate Morgan's shirt.
It'd be really embarrassing for you if Lenny James showed up. Huh?
Oh, right. Should be like, I middle finger Morgan.
I mean, in America, that means I'm your number one fan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Morgan's number one.
Yeah,
Morgan's number one.
He was number one, Mr. Krabs.
When Homer's in the swamp in the sandbox, and he's like,
Well,
I have to show you guys the clip. It's great. Here, fuck y'all.
Pie says.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Pie says fencing gear is weird, but candy cane plastic armor is completely normal. And I'm the weirdo for questioning it.
I don't know where you were, Pie. We questioned it all season long.
We did.
I wanted to know where the 3D printing guy was printing his fucking armor for people. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's got a lucrative business, I tell you.
Unbelievable.
So back to the Morgan thing, I wanted to say, I told you guys in this pre-show, but we were talking about, because Grace says as Morgan's getting that gun, he says, she says, Rick, he gave you this gun for a reason. So I told them as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh no, Grace has been shot or bit. And so then she's talking to Morgan about how that he's going to have to shoot her like he couldn't do with Jenny. So that was the first thing that popped in my head. And we were talking about how Grace has cheated death how many times. And so we're just kind of speculating that. So,
or hear me out.
Ryan's looking philosophical right now.
That's
I know.
Yeah,
Tell me about it, Zen Master.
Walking Dead. We lost Rosita, main character for a long time on the show.
She was supposed to die.
But here's the thing, right? What if we lost Morgan? What if he's bit and he's hallucinating this whole thing? Because what's her name? We heard her talking but didn't see her.
Little Mo.
Mm-hmm. So what if he's bit and he's hallucinating?
I was wondering if it was a hallucination.
But I keep thinking it could have been. That was my, like.
I would love for that to happen so that someone died.
Chris just wants someone to die. That's all he cares about. Yeah, I feel like it's something very strange.
Out, I'm volunteering as tribute to die because I can't handle another dragged out season.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to.
I hope.
Especially if this. So okay. So then back to the Troy thing. So what if maybe when I'm just totally guessing on the just saying crazy stuff that's popping in my head. So the hallucination thing, so what, maybe we saw Madison, they in the one teaser they're drawing her blood and everybody thinks she got bit, but I didn't think it looked like a bite mark or whatever. So they're taking blood, but what if when they get to when her and Morgan get to Padre, what if they maybe give them something and maybe the both of them are hallucinating these things, and that's maybe how Troy would pop into her memory because she did whatever and maybe that's something he hallucinates too. So, there's another thing.
Yeah.
It's bad that I'm imagining a really clickbait YouTube thumbnail. It's saying, did Troy kill Morgan? ... I'm just imagining it on YouTube. Everybody being like,
oh my god. I still agree with you, Pi. I still hold out hope that one day when all the Walking Dead shows are done, it's going to fade to black, and you're going to see Rick waking up in the hospital bed, and him realizing it's all a dream.
It was all a
the
dream.
same hospital, sadly. They can't film at the same hospital, sadly.
Why?
It's tore down.
Oh shit,
Rick's
that's right.
hospital's gone.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I mean, they could make something work.
Yeah, they can fix it.
Yeah, they could
I mean,
CGI.
they were able to revisit it in season 9, so.
No one caught my joke.
Yes,
Well, they didn't
CGI.
take it down. They
That's
just
why I
took
was
it
like,
down
nope.
recently. It was just it was
That was
after.
season 9. That was 2000.
What?
That would have been 19.
Googling.
Season 9?
20-ish, 2020.
Yeah, 2020, around 2019, 2020, in between probably both years.
So it would have been filmed in 2019.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
it was a pandemic. So
It was on from 2018 to 2019.
Interesting.
I can go down a whole
Because
rabbit
the
hole,
light
but
company
I'm not, so I'm just going to minimize the internet.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. No rabbit holes here. We go down plenty on our own.
It's not hard.
Linda,
But
Linda
and they
said-
did say somewhere, I can't remember if that was the WonderCon, probably that's where it came from, but we will see something about Madison's where she's been kind of thing. There will be something to that, which we should. And also Kim Dickens did say that something about Madison something about her, coming back and things is poetic and beautiful about it and stuff. So I don't know what all that meant. And then the only thing Strand they just didn't talk about because it was just a couple of them at the panel. But Strand is going to have a drastic transformation, and so I'm imagining he's kind of hit rock bottom, so he'll go the other way.
It'll be the third or fourth time in this, that he's decided to figure out.
Well, but he always goes bad though. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He goes good until it benefits him, and then he goes bad again. But now that he can't be the big bad because he's it sounds like they're kind of forced to be here. He has to, So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Can we kind of reverse back to Morgan for a quick second?
Absolutely not.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, it's just one comment I forgot to say during that.
Oh, okay.
The trailer kind of seemed. I mean, they kind of do this with every trailer with Morgan. They kind of make it seem like he's gonna kind of sacrifice himself. But this time specifically, it made me think of when Morgan was telling Al why he left in general. It's like, I lose people, I lose myself. Now they've already lost Alicia on the cast. They're about to lose Charlie. Madison's back.
You just
I don't know
mentioned
why.
Al. Whatever did we ever Like, I obviously didn't pay much attention. Like, she just left the show.
Isabel.
She got in a helicopter and
left. Yeah, that because they're kind of on the run from the CRM right now.
yeah. So I'm wondering if she'll end up showing up somewhere along the line, maybe in Rick and Michonne.
I would think like if we see them, maybe it would be in Rick and Michonne if they did get like
Maybe a cameo as a helicopter pilot. You know,
but see, they'd be in trouble though, is the thing, because Isabel's turned her back on the CRM. So they probably would kill her because they don't usually they don't usually mess around. You know, they usually just shoot everybody. But I really doubt we see them. But that was one of the people I said that I wrote an article about.
Maybe they'll have a cameo in the end of the show because we don't know if they're alive or dead, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
right. No, we don't because they just were kind of on the run.
Honestly, if they get caught, I agree they would kill Isabel, but I would love to see them capture Al and have Al kind of theory. Okay, so Al left to go be with Isabel. Okay, they get caught. Isabel dies. Al gets arrested and is stuck with Rick. Leads into Rick's story. Teams up, helps him escape, reunites Rick and Morgan. Boom.
Yeah, we're never seeing a Rick and Morgan. I don't see.
I know, but I just wanted to say it.
I know. No, I would love to see it, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening.
It's never gonna happen.
I did see some behind the scenes footage of Rick and Pollyanna. That was pretty cool. So I mean,
Well, I was like stalking her, and she left Ireland. I'm like, she's going to. I even wrote on there like I can't remember how people liked it. I said, "You're going to film Summit." Then soon after that, it snowed in New Jersey. She posted a picture of snow with an American flag, and I was like, "Oh yeah, she's there." And then of course, she had to
cancel in New Jersey.
I don't know. It wasn't. They were close.
I mean, there was some behind the scenes stuff.
Oh wait, North Jersey got some snow.
Okay, I was going to say because when they were filming Summit,
we didn't get snow though.
And then she had to cancel her. She was supposed to be at a con this weekend or last
Steel
weekend.
City.
What?
I think it was Steel City.
No, it was over somewhere across the pond. It was somewhere else, and she had to cancel that. So yeah, but yeah, it was cool seeing her with another weird haircut. But
weird haircut, weird outfit, her boots, like her shoes, or
like a coat she was wearing.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know because she definitely looked odd. But
she wasn't wearing like a Matrix style trench coat, you know.
Yeah, I just hate seeing all these pictures though because they're spoilers. You know, these aren't these aren't things that should be just, and everybody just keeps posting it. And then
it pisses me off beyond belief because it's like I saw one. And I don't remember where I saw it, but it was Rick and Michonne running across a field.
It's everywhere on Twitter. Every other page has it on Twitter.
And I saw it on Facebook, and I got angry. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
One, I know what Rick looks like fully, and it's like I saw what Michonne's wearing. I saw what they're wielding. I'm like,
yeah,
it takes the fun out of watching the show.
You can make them, you can hide them, or you can tag them, but people just have to do the clickbait.
Yeah. Back to my social media rant.
Yeah, but there's been too much information coming out about Rick and Michonne.
I don't know why people enjoy that. I'm sorry. Like, I know this might be controversial, but I don't understand why people like.
They want the likes. What do you mean?
That's like
they want the shares and the retweets and the likes.
X character died within 20 minutes of leaving the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even in that scene that I saw, I mean, Rick looked like a homeless man. I'm like, at first I'm like, who the hell? I'm like, who's this dude? I'm like, oh shit, that's Rick. He looked like a homeless person talking to Pollyanna.
It's funny you say that because Pi just said like I could have looked away, but I couldn't. Like I was scrolling and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
You can't look away. Like when you're in that, and you're going and like.
I legitimately didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Just go on Twitter and type Rick and Michonne in the search. I mean, seriously, like on my feed, it's just constant.
I was going into my old account. Hang on. Go talk.
Well, that's all I got to say about Fear.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much.
I thought the trailer looked pretty good,
It did. I mean,
oh, yep, I see it.
I feel like it can't be any worse than 7B,
Running across a parking lot, but it's like an aerial view. But you can't really make out what they look like.
I'm sure you'll find it.
But yeah, these people, because I have seen on Facebook too, like
I know where this is.
Certain people just continually post the same stuff and it's the same pictures, and then they act like they took it. That was the other thing. That I was like, you did not take this. I just saw it. 30 people posted it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's frustrating. But
yeah,
what do you do?
the overall effect, obviously, I would like that show to go out on top.
Yeah.
Maybe, obviously, we're not going to get any kind of, because we all had mixed emotions about The Walking Dead and the way it ended. So it's just like, I'm hoping that they are able to solidify Fear, put it to bed, close that book,
Wrap it up with a bow, and
fucking let it collect dust, and let's just let it stay there. So hopefully, everybody is happy with Fear's wrap up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
Do you guys think it's gonna round back to Walking Dead or no?
No,
I don't think so.
I think it needs its own standalone.
No, I think it needs to. I think it needs it
Yeah.
as well. I just wasn't sure if they were gonna do that for fan service.
Yeah, I hope they don't. I mean, just let it be its own thing, and if you want to do that, then do it in a spinoff. Bring somebody over. Like if there is a Morgan and Rick reunion, let that happen in their spinoff. Or I don't know. I just want to keep them separate.
Yeah.
Those just because
Picturing the title.
Yeah.
I would love like a
Yeah,
3-episode limited series.
do what?
I would love like a 3-episode limited series of Rick and Morgan just like catching up, just sitting by like a pond somewhere, drinking a beer.
Fireside
Yeah.
chat thing.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you're not gonna imagine Rick. Man, you're not gonna believe the shit I went through in the past 10 years. Holy fuck!
Rick's like, wait, I got a story to tell you too.
Nuclear.
Yeah.
There was guys in fucking radioactive masks everywhere.
That we all abandoned 6 weeks later.
Yeah.
Bonnie said Rick and Morgan like Rick and Morty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, we do an animated version. There you go.
That'd be
I mean,
funny,
they
actually.
did Robot Chicken, so I
Yeah,
mean,
it can be done.
I know this is totally off topic, but I pointed this out to a friend of mine and he didn't realize it. He said Robot Chicken, so it made me think of that. Do you know who one of the main people is on Robot Chicken, that comes up with the ideas? Is Seth Green.
Yeah, Seth Green, yeah.
Right? So do you guys know what Seth Green is also known for?
A lot
Currently?
of things. But, well, I mean, he's
oh
been doing
god,
the
please don't
voice
say
of
what I think you're gonna
been
say.
doing the voice of Chris on Family Guy forever.
Bingo.
I knew that he was gonna say that.
So what's funny about this is I just finished rewatching all of Family Guy, getting caught up to the current season, and I noticed a trend, and it was clicking with me. But my buddy who was watching me, he's like, I don't understand why they're making fun of Robot Chicken so much. And I said, because Seth MacFarlane always busts Seth Green's balls about it, about how Robot Chicken steals their sticks and stuff like that, and that's why they always make jokes about it. And I'm like, there was the one episode where they did Star Wars.
Yep.
And Seth Green as Chris, he goes, Dad, I really think that Robot Chicken did this like 6 years ago. And he was like, yeah, but we did it better. And my friend's like, I don't understand it. I had to explain it to him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So the mid-season finale of Fear will be on June 18th at 9 o'clock, and then on June 18th at 10, Dead City comes on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do it, which we had speculated that before. We wondered if they would do that. So,
Yeah.
and AMC Plus, initially they had came out and said that it was coming at the same time, but now AMC Plus will be able to see it on May 11th.
Okay.
So if they're reactivating my
they've
AMC
only
Plus
announced the
account.
first episode, but
Well, I remember we talked about, we're like, what's the point of AMC Plus at that point?
that's right, yeah. I'm like, why do we pay for it then? I'll just watch it. Yeah.
They probably realized that they're probably like, oh, wow, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a question. Now, with Talking Dead, they have notoriously shit on Fear and every, show, even World Beyond.
Mhm.
Now that Walking Dead's gone, are they actually going to come back?
I don't think
I
so.
would say no.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Chris Hardwick coming
I hope
back.
not, because I hate Chris Hardwick.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
We can do it. We can host them. We'll just have
We
them
do it better than
I mean-
Chris
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, I was gonna say, unless he hands it off to somebody else, because he doesn't probably want to do it himself.
It's clear as day he does not like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he kind of, but he fits in a basket with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, there hasn't been any major fan outpouring for Fear. I mean, there really hasn't been. And I mean, it's just been subpar the middle seasons.
Like even when when Walking Dead would be on their break and then Fear would start, it'd be like, okay, we're going off the air for like 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks, however long. We'll be back when Walking Dead comes back. That's a slap in the face to everybody in Fear. Say what you want about these characters, these creators. That's a slap in the face. Like talk show hosts go year round.
Yeah.
Well, not so much in the summer, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably just because the other shows aren't as popular as The Walking Dead, and
I absolutely understand that.
No, and I agree. They should do it because,
Or
it's just
get somebody else to do it because
Sure. Yeah.
because they have stuff to say too.
Yeah.
Have Terry Crews do it.
Yeah, he would love it. That would be fun.
I'd watch if Terry Crews is. I'd be like,
yeah.
I don't care what
We
the
could just
fuck
put
you're
that
talking
episode down and listen to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Read the phone book and I'd watch.
Yeah. So Dead City, huh?
Yep.
Let's
So we don't have a trailer yet. We
no.
just have the
The
teaser,
teaser.
which
the 30-second teaser.
The quick little appetizer.
I mean,
58 seconds.
Well, whatever. I mean, when you really break it down, though, you're actually only getting like 30-something seconds of the show because everything else is bullshit. It's like the AMC screen pops up, then it's Lauren Cohen screaming, and then it's just like
That was the best part of the trailer.
That was the amuse bouche.
yes.
For Linda.
Got to stick with the French theme,
Absolutely.
I always think of the French chef and Little Mermaid.
I think this is going to be very interesting to see, how this, we're going to watch Maggie follow them to New York, and I think it's going to be cool to see New York. I can't wait to see. They're going to have to cross the river to get into Manhattan and then see what's there.
But hasn't most of this show been shot in Jersey?
Yes.
So,
yeah, but
the non-skyscraper parts.
You're going to have sets and things like that. But the setting is Manhattan, so regardless of where it's filmed. But they have to cross the river to get in there, and it's been cut off since the beginning of the outbreak. The government blew up all the bridges and tunnels.
25 years about this way.
Yeah, so I think they said that like 1.5 million walkers have infested, amassed on the island. So that
For sure.
So,
right. We've always talked about how you stay away from major cities no matter what because they're the most populated. That's one of the reasons why they left Atlanta, to get out.
I'm really excited because I love that you kind of mentioned it too, Renee, about the island. Mm-hmm. And then they had to cross the river. Now, Hudson River is massive. Dying to see what happens.
Well,
I hope we see that,
That's my fear. I feel like it's just going to be like a 10-minute montage of them, trekking out to Manhattan, and then all of a sudden, okay, we're here. I want at least one solid episode. Look, to the travels. End with Herschel, a snippet of Herschel.
Call me proactive, okay? But if I was surviving in New York City and there was that many walkers walking around, okay? I don't know. Maybe do like a little Fiddler on the Roof thing. And since you have the abundance of water around you and they can't swim, get a dinghy with a sound system on it and lure them to the water and just let them all walk into the water and half your city's cleared easily.
And then
they just walk into the water and
kind of interesting show with
that would be the real life.
But I said, call me proactive. Look at me being proactive.
Come on, Chris, don't be realistic.
Yeah. And then you just barricade that waterway, it's just like you could easily get rid of so many of these things.
Yeah.
If you just used your fucking brain.
If I only had a brain.
That's a good point.
Yeah. You got all that water. We all know that they don't swim. They can't they just sink to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
floated a little bit on Fear.
When they're dead.
There we go.
Well, just because of the water. They can't swim.
Yeah.
That's go to the bottom. And
they had the buoyancy.
Yeah. So they'll get
for a little bit, but then that's it.
Yeah. They're mostly just going to go under. But anyway, so the showrunner, Eli Journay, said that it's a Walking Dead like you've never seen before. There'll be pockets of survivors that have new and unique ways that they've adapted to the apocalypse. Lauren Cohen has said that the level of trauma between Maggie and Negan is still being processed and the tension is still there. Whatever. I had my little tidbits here. One comment she made I thought was very interesting. She said that it is the ultimate exercise in intimacy with the worst possible person.
Yeah, I love that comment.
I thought that was outstanding because I was like, oh yeah, that was a fine point on it. So something happens, where Gaius Charles is going to play Marshall Pearly Armstrong, which I love that Pearly. I think that's very cool. And he's part of New Babylon, which is going to be it's a new state that's established, trying to build the world back to what it was and things. And so his job is to bring justice to their community. And he says that his biggest challenge is capturing a man named Negan. So in the little teaser, you see him holding a wanted sign, and everybody's like, "That's Negan on that thing." And they, it is. He's looking for him. Again, no one knows why. But we got to remember back at the 1 year time jump at the end of The Walking Dead, we don't know what happened to Negan.
Yep.
He returned
He walked away.
Compass. I mean, yeah, he left, and then a year later, we hear about everybody. But by that time, Annie should have had the baby.
Yep.
We didn't get any updates on that. So this is going to be maybe 4 years since then, or ish, because we don't know for sure. They haven't really said. There have been hints that it was like that Dead City will start about 3 years or so in there. That since the end of The Walking Dead.
I'm gonna Google the guy playing or the kid playing Herschel, because his age will give us an idea versus how old.
Well, but that doesn't always mean anything, because Zoe Merchant's 12 and she's playing an 8-year-old, so that doesn't always
Oh,
but they
from Ghostbusters. I didn't.
Yeah, he's like
Yep.
boy in
Oh, I didn't
Ghostbusters.
realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, you can see his age and maybe that'll give us something. But so because how old is Herschel in The Walking Dead? How long was Maggie gone?
She was gone the whole time jump, essentially.
But he was older than Sid. That was Sid? Well,
Look how wild this walker looks. I mean, I hope you guys can see this, but look at this thing.
yeah,
That's cool.
there's some really neat ones.
I mean,
That's the one that looks like the
it
alien.
really looks like an alien.
Yeah.
The way when they actually when it goes frame by frame with it,
So Logan Kim is 16 years old.
Yeah.
But because it's not that long of a time jump.
No.
Because they've said they were anyway, it's not that long of a time jump. So anyway, we're talking maybe 4 years after.
Okay.
But anyways, in that time, where did Negan and Annie go? Hopefully we get some answers to that too, because I think that would be such a stupid thing to introduce Annie, have Negan get married, have a baby, or and then we hear nothing. Even if they die, let us know that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they settled with this New Babylon, and then he, of course, gets on somebody's bad side like he does. So it'll be interesting to see why this guy's after him. And then
the guy who plays the Croat.
Yeah, that's that. It's 𝐁𝐞𝐚𝐳𝐭𝐬.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
And he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He looks really familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what his.
He's the guy who kidnapped.
He's the Croat or whatever.
Croat, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, that's how they said it. It was Croat. Because I was saying Croat in my brain, but they were saying Croat.
Croat.
But yeah, so that's him and his goons. They kidnap him, and then Maggie tracks them to New York.
Mm-hmm. And
So
she needs Negan for help, apparently.
I don't know, because it's very weird, because I thought that she says you're the key to getting Herschel,
And
but then
she's going to use him for leverage with the Marshal to get her son back.
But it sounds like is New Babylon on the island? I don't understand if New Babylon is separate from the Croat, because it sounds like it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Well, it's because unfortunately the teaser doesn't give us enough in the way of answers. You know what I mean? It's enough to hook you, but that's about it. So sitting here trying to get any kind of analysis out of a teaser is hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nice though, kind of thinking about what it could be, and then when it actually premieres, going back like, oh well, we were close, so we were totally off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could be all the way in left field right now, but then when the show comes out, we're all the way in the bleachers on the right field side.
Instead of calling New York the Big Apple, can we not call it the Rotten Apple?
Yeah.
Because of
I like that.
You could call it a shithole, because that's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm like, go to the Big Apple. Oh, wait, no, it's all dead. The Rotten Apple.
Yeah.
that's awesome. I like
It's
that.
kind of like that right now too.
It's a stinking ship.
It's a sinking ship.
Yeah. Linda says it's a shame if we don't have anything about Judith. Yeah, I mean,
You would think that something in Summit, that's not what that's the working title, but that's what I said. I said it'd be interesting to see if the grandkids show up in Summit, because it seems that, again, that's another stupid thing that I don't know, but I kind of feel like we won't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big story to tell in 6 episodes already. If we're gonna get some backstory on them, and then we're gonna see their reunion, and then you still have a CRM. I mean, there's a lot to do in 6 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
These episodes are gonna have to be like Stranger Things. How, like, one episode was 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
They're not gonna.
And
they're
you know
not
that
gonna
ain't
be-
gonna happen.
No,
No.
I know.
AMC
That
will
would
never
be
do
the
that.
only way to pull.
You'll
it
get a
off.
47-minute episode, then you'll get like a 51-minute episode, cut it back down to 43 minutes,
Watch the extended scenes at AMC Plus.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like, here's the first half of the episode. The second half you have to pay for.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. But anyways, I don't know, I think Dead City, I think it looks, really good. And, they the showrunner, he said that it was really good to have, so Jeffrey D. Morgan and Lauren Cohen are both executive producers on this series too, which I think that's really good, because like Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrero they are executive producers on Summit as well, which I just feel like that, like the showrunner for Dead City said, they played these characters for so long. So as they're going along, they can say, well, no, that she wouldn't do that, or he wouldn't do that.
Right.
They've done this for so long that they have a lot of good input.
Yeah.
So that it seems like it's still, the same character, the same person. Sure, they've changed, they've grown, they've whatever, but it'll keep that, going. The
Authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool that they're all taking those positions, those extra, jobs on set to, be just more involved in it. So I thought that was pretty cool. But so I don't know, I'm excited for it. It'll be interesting to see how, I'm excited to see a full trailer. That'll be exciting too. I would think it should be soon anyway, but maybe they'll wait till like the first night of Fear or something.
Yeah.
I guess.
Is Summit set to air this year or next year?
Next year, yeah, they
24.
were going to, but filming got pushed back.
I feel like we're gonna see the trailer when Fear ends. Probably.
No, I'm talking about Dead City.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dead City.
Yeah.
Probably like right after the first episode. I feel like, because then
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
a month out.
Right.
Yeah.
But and then I just would like, I keep seeing all these rumor things floating around and everything. So there's been some new social media sites that they haven't even been out for like a year, and they keep posting all this stuff, and a lot of it you can I don't know where they're getting information. A lot of it it's not true, but everybody continues to post this stuff, and so I just don't understand why people put such stock in the, you look and they see their Twitter profiles that started last summer, and everybody is like, oh, they know everything. Well, sure, they may have some insight, and people, there's tons of people who know someone that works on the production, and they have, whatever. But a lot of these series, they have been saying, especially the Daryl series, that it has 100% been renewed for a second season.
Yep.
And I'm like, AMC has not announced that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I caught one of them. So this is what they're doing. I found, because I caught one of them. They had posted, they took a screenshot of one of the actresses who posted, finished filming, blah, 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 I forget, whatever. And then on the screenshot they took, it said, can't wait for season 2. And I was like, oh, well, there's your, that's your confirmation, I guess, because the actress did it. Out of curiosity, I went to Instagram, pulled up her thing. That wasn't there. They added it. And so they're manipulating all this stuff.
That's been happening a lot with a lot
And
of
so,
shows.
but the bad thing is, everyone is taking these sites that are just brand new. I mean, like, if they just started following The Walking Dead or just started posting about The Walking Dead, why are we giving them any kind of, credit to this? It's just crazy. So AMC hasn't announced that any of these have gotten renewed for seasons 2, and they may have, but they haven't announced it yet. So, it's just, it's just crazy how everybody's putting this and like, oh, these sites know what they're talking about, and yeah. So as of right now, AMC has not announced anything to that, and we may find out they do, but I mean, I would think that they would give them, because there was another conference, like, I can't remember what it was called, and I could never find like what do you call, like a video of it, a recording of it, where the president of AMC had said something that all three of these new series were one season stand. They called them. Oh, I can't remember what he called them. Experiences or something, where and that they're just going to be these one seasons. But I never did find. I just read where someone had like quoted it, but I never saw the recording to see if that was true or not. So
I did hear that, but then I also heard somebody saying that Dead City might be a 2-season one.
Yeah,
instead.
yeah. So
that might be the only one.
Yeah. So and and Scott Gimple has said, he said there's a lot of things in the works if these spinoffs do well. I mean, there's several things in the works, and so it just depends on how things are.
Yeah.
I have a fear though with this. fear of the Walking Dead. Okay, so you know how Marvel is currently going through the oversaturation and people are tired of it? That's what I'm like. Walking Dead's already, the TWD universe is already getting so much shit. Like, oh, that show's still on, or, blah, blah, blah. Oh, these characters suck, whatever. I'm afraid that if they start doing more spin-offs, I mean, I want these shows to be successful. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But if they start doing more spin-offs, it's going to be the exact same thing.
But if they keep them to one season, I don't think... if they do, I know what you're saying, but I think if they decide to do these shorter, do a Rick and Michonne one
like
season,
a mini series,
exactly,
like
these experiences, I don't think that will happen because there's a lot of avenues they could. There's so many different ways they could do this, especially if if they could do Tales of the Walking Dead as actual origin stories and things like and again, I feel like the first season of that I think they prematurely did that because I feel like with doing it in the middle of the final season, there was a lot they couldn't do.
Yep.
Yeah, because they couldn't ruin stories. They couldn't, there was a lot of characters they couldn't focus on because they still had story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So, that kind of thing. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of potential there,
Yeah.
and they would have to handle it properly and everything like that. But I still feel like there's enough interest in apocalyptic walkers, zombie, that undead, things like that, where people, if they do them well, though, is the thing too. And I think
that's it right there.
Yeah,
You have to do it well.
I know it's very far-fetched, like to have Daryl go to France. So don't have Daryl go to France. Show us the other parts of the world. They don't have to be. They can be new characters. You don't have to have a Daryl go to France. Because it's absurd.
That's why I'm so excited for Dead City.
Yeah, right. Because we're going to see a city. We've been in the woods. We've been in, besides the little bits in Atlanta, we have not seen a city. So it's that. I think that's going to be really, really good.
Like, Fear kind of tried to do that when they were in Texas. Yeah. But the problem was that setting, you can only deal with the sand, the desert, for so long before it's the same thing.
Yeah.
At least with the city, there's something different on every corner. You have Broadway, Chinatown, Central Park. There's your little bit of woodsy area, or what's left of all these areas. So there's so many different things you could do. And the buildings, the zip lining, which we didn't even talk about.
I know. I can't wait to see that.
Oh my gosh! I want to know how they did the rope from building to building, how they set that up, because that's a far gap between these skyscrapers. So I want to see that.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting, but
clearly it's the Batman harpoon launcher.
You know what? I did think of that. I mean, if they can make gasoline work this many years into the apocalypse, I don't put anything past them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll find out in a month.
Yeah, and I'm excited for Rick and Michonne. I think that's going to be fun to get caught up with them and see how they tie their story up and stuff.
Yep.
I hate to say this, I'm just excited for the toxic Michonne fans to shut up once it finally airs.
Yeah, there's a lot of toxic everybody out there.
Yeah, I know.
All the Rick lovers will be satiated.
Yeah. You think?
Hopefully.
No, it'll never be enough.
No offense, Linda. I know you love Rick, but
It'll never be enough for them. They need more.
just tired of the where's Rick? Where's Rick? We want Rick. There's other characters,
Yeah, we've had like 20 of them on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, talk about some other, like, I know we were messing around earlier, but like, yeah, I've been rewatching a lot of old stuff. Been watching SVU, just saw Norman Reedus on season 5. We were talking about how many Walking Dead cast members have been on SVU and multiple Law and Order shows and everything.
All the Law and Order shows, yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, I had my Teo Rap Olsen moment where I heard his voice and I was like, what the fuck? You know,
that was during the camp that happened to you,
well,
right?
yeah, no, it was right before the camp that I saw the episode, and that's when I asked him on the panel. But you know, we had him on there. Josh Hamilton was on there.
I'm gonna tell you, probably 75 to 80% of people who've been on The Walking Dead have been in one of the Law and Order. I mean, like, it's crazy how, like, when I'm writing up bios and things, I'm like, they were in this Law and Order. Oh, they were too. Yeah, it's nuts. Because I always want to compile an article, but I literally can't do it because there's so many of them.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a few years ago. I think it was maybe 2020 or 2021. There was a special on. It's probably on Peacock. You could probably look for it. I'm just talking about like Dick Wolf and like how like Law and Order kind of changed the game and how it set off so many amazing actors like careers, like Bradley Cooper, Norman Reedus.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper was just on one in season 5 too.
And like all these big names. Adam Driver. Good reference.
Yeah.
But it's insane how it was kind of like how like SNL is kind of a start for a lot of huge comedians. Law and Order was a start for a lot of big drama actors. I love that. Now I want to go rewatch that.
Yeah, I mean
they're all on Peacock and Hulu. Just saying.
Oh no, I meant that special.
Oh.
I had to find it. I can't be diving into 240 something episodes of SVU.
Why not?
I don't have time for that.
I mean, it is just never ending.
Yeah.
Ugh. But I mean that, and I've been rewatching Archer, which is a show that was on FX. It's a comedy. It's hysterical. I love it. It's a, I don't know, adult style cartoonish, I guess.
Animated, yeah.
Animated, yeah.
South Park, but with better animation and not as crude. No, it's still crude.
It's pretty crude.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like, like I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's another funny thing just to occupy time on downtime.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I've been rewatching Parks and Rec, so I'm doing that again. Yep, I'm very excited for that. I have to get ready because we're gonna have a Parks and Rec alum.
𝐁𝐞𝐚𝐳𝐭𝐲.
Oh, I was like, wait, who? Oh,
𝐁𝐞𝐚𝐳𝐭𝐬.
yeah. That's right.
Yep.
Mo
Collins. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for that.
And there's been a lot. I don't know. For some reason, there's been a ton of Mad TV clips on my feed lately, and a lot of it is her. And,
I need to send you my favorite skit first.
With Stewie.
Yeah.
And the most recent one was he came out in his bathing suit, and it's like a little a little Speedo thing. Yeah. And she's like, you can see what'd she call it? A goat, your JoJo or your whatever. She's like, what's your JoJo or your boo boo? I don't know, whatever the hell she called it. But I was dying laughing watching that.
Can I just say that like Mo Collins is like one of the sweetest people on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've not met her in person yet, but like I've interacted with her on like she's posted things before. Mm-hmm. And, like, there was one where she was like, she asked a question, like, what was your favorite, character that I've portrayed or whatever? And I was like, hands down, 𝐁𝐞𝐚𝐳𝐭𝐲. I said, I loved what a train wreck you were. And she goes, yeah, thank God I'm nothing like her. Or something like that. I was like, that's so funny. But she goes, but thank you for saying that. She goes, I love playing that character and stuff. It was very cool of her. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, she's done that where I've written articles, like if she's going to be in something else, and she was a speaker at some kind of comedy thing or I don't know, whatever. And I wrote that article. Then she'll always, like, thanks for the love. And she retweets them and stuff, and yeah, she was actually just in an episode of this new show that started called Not Dead Yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the character she played was so similar to Joan. Oh, fun. And I was like, oh my God, it's very similar. It's like the second episode.
I'm telling you right now, one of the first things I'm doing at the camp is I am rushing to her table. And
you're going to love her.
I'm going to get an autograph of her as Joan because I just, like, that is, like, for me, that's, like, I'm not kidding when I say, like, how much I love Joan's character on Parks and Rec. No. Like, for me, she's second. Yeah. Like Ron Swanson's number one, but she's second. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I'm gonna have that shit framed on my shelf. I swear to God.
Yeah, she's so good.
I don't get starstruck often, but when I met her in 2019, I actually sobbed, and she gave me a huge hug, and she's like, "You didn't get snot on my shirt, did you?" I'm like, no.
I don't think.
I'm sorry.
I have very few autographs framed. Sorry, but I have very few autographs framed. One of the only other autographs I actually have framed is Nolan North, famous voice actor. I have his one from Destiny where he voices the ghost, which is like the companion to the your character, and he has the famous first line from the ghost is "Eyes Up, Guardian." And so when I met Nolan North at New York Comic Con, I was like gushing about Destiny because I was a huge Destiny fan at the time. I still am, and so he's like, "You want me to put your name on it?" I said, "Yeah," and he goes, "I got the perfect thing," and it says Ryan, "Eyes Up, Guardian." And then he signed it, and I was like, "That's framed." I have Kevin Conroy and Tara Strong, Batman and Harley Quinn, and so that's framed also.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she will join the ranks. There
you go, man. That's top 4 right there.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
You gotta get your fifth to top 5.
Uncharted.
So yeah, that's our show. We did it. We did it in an hour and 11 minutes.
We're not going to beat a dead horse.
It would have been an hour, but we had like a 10-minute tangent about Marvel.
Well, yeah, and we talked about
Well, that's
Pedro
just a given.
Pascal.
We always do
has
that.
to happen. Yeah.
I do.
You're lucky I didn't devote a whole hour to Pedro Pascal. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, we could have.
Well, we could do that one night. We could just do a Pedro Pascal show.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
We
maybe
could all watch our favorite show or thing of him, and then talk about it.
yeah.
So I'll just watch all
I
Mandalorian.
was gonna say I just watched them again on Game of Thrones.
Oh
The
yeah.
Daddy Pedro show?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Daddy Pedro.
Daddy Pedro.
Daddy Pedro. We just watched the Nick Cage one again because it's so freaking hilarious.
It is hysterical.
But,
I need to rewatch it because now they announced the third Paddington movie. I need to go back and rewatch that now.
oh, it's so good. It's just, and then I love the meme that they have now.
Yeah.
In the car.
Oh yeah.
One of those too.
That thing is everywhere.
Everywhere.
I keep sending them to Josh because it's like husband and wife
Yep.
one too.
Yep.
I feel like the husband's Nick, and then it was one like every time I pause the show to tell my husband something, and then he looks, and then
Yeah.
I'm always like, "Oh, pause! I gotta tell you something." He's like, "We're in the middle of the movie." Yeah.
My favorite one was it says when my husband just spent $250 at Costco, but we still haven't gone to Target yet. And like the husband looks over and she's like,
What a great scene! Oh,
Yeah.
that was so cool.
that was a really good
I was just
movie.
watching the clip where he was like hanging off the wall, and he's like, "Let me go, let me go." And then it's like this high off the
Then you can walk around it.
When he peeks around the corner.
Yeah.
I think my favorite meme of that one was where it's like the evening shift coming on shift or whatever, and it's like me after dealing with a dumpster fire all day.
Yeah.
It's like
It's all over TikTok.
It is.
Everywhere.
He is everywhere. No matter if it's a meme or just a show, a movie, he's everywhere.
Did you see
So-
his SNL episode?
I saw
I
only saw the
Yeah.
opening. I only saw the opening.
Oh my god, you need to watch it. One of the best clips. Doesn't really give too much away. He plays somebody that's coming out of a coma, and instead of talking, he's like, "Oh, the doctor's like, oh, he's awake." He's like, He's like, "Who's that?" Like he's talking like a total like Valley Girl. It's hilarious, and he's showing him pictures like, "Can you name these things?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Is a picture of a ball?" He's like, "Bah." And he said something else like, "Bah." And it shows a picture of Bill Burr. He's like, "Bah, bah." It was like the best skit of the night.
Check it out.
That's
I'll look
great.
it up on YouTube.
yeah,
That's funny.
his SNL stuff was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like the Mario one was great.
When they made all TikToks about him too. They made
Oh,
a
really?
skit where
Oh
they-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good.
They did the one where he's like, "I just did that. How do you have a clip of that already?"
that was funny.
Yeah, it was.
I have to rewatch that one tonight.
Yeah.
Pedro.
Daddy. I mean, what?
All right, so we will figure out when we're going to be back.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, maybe next week. Who knows? Maybe the week after. We'll figure it
Time
out.
for Fear's premiere.
We'll come up with more
Yeah.
nonsense for you.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, with shenanigans, nonsense. You know, you name it. We'll something will pop up, and we'll have to talk about it. That's how our life goes here.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if we let our listeners submit suggestions and we choose from that?
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, I like that idea.
But then we would have to like do homework on what they want. And it could be
Well,
a
it could be
show I
something
don't
that we
want
just
to
happen to
watch.
know about.
Oh, okay.
Not like rank all 20-something things of Marvel, but like,
Mm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
you just toss out suggestions and we can pick from that.
Yeah. I just want to throw out this real quick. Last of Us Season 2.
Mm.
Just going to say it's going to be sad. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be sad. It's going to be...
What prompted that?
We're talking about someone who's very popular right now, and it's just going to be sad. I'm going to say episode 2 is sad.
I went 9 shows rambling nonstop, so it felt very weird not rambling nonstop this episode.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. It feels very weird.
Get ready to be sad for the next season of The Last of Us. That's all.
I am so excited for the backlash.
Have your popcorn, have your tissues, have your teddy bear, whatever you need to hold. You're going to need it all.
I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, people.
On that note,
Good night. We love you, and we will let you
I have a
know.
theory about that though, but I'll tell you later.
Oh, I know. We'll let you know when we're going to be back. Look out for the announcement that Renee puts out for us weekly. And we'll talk to you soon. Be safe.
that's
Love
what
you.
Frank would say, bon nuit. Except for
Yeah.
Linda, you know?
Bonjour.
Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's Peter Z up on the mic. Whoa, hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry. Subscribe and like if you can, please. Or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.